Hi guys, I'm Sarah Lewandowski, and for the project today, I decided to interview my mom. She's probably the closest person to me that I know that has worked lots of jobs and has had a lot of experience working in the work field and stuff like that. My mom is 50 now. But her first ever job was when she was 15. She worked at a golf course. It was called Lincoln Hills. She worked there from 15 years old to about 21 years old, and she told me that she made only about $6 an hour, which is obviously not a lot nowadays, but to her it was a lot. She did lots of things there. She said she worked the first tee, and she did the concessions and stuff like that. But the thing that is really interesting about this job is that when she worked, she was only 15 when she started, and she had to get up early and she had to open the golf course herself, and she had to get the concessions ready. She had to go get coffee. She had to go to donut shops and go get donuts and stuff like that. And so that's why I think, to me, that's really interesting, because I feel like nowadays jobs like that would never have young kids and stuff like that go do that. That would usually be the managers and stuff like that. And then her second job she ever had, she worked at a life insurance company. It was called Maccabees. That was from her ages of 21 to 25. And she made around $10 an hour. Pretty typical job. She did data entry, just sat at a chair pretty much all day, just doing data entry like that. She said she didn't really like it because, she doesn't like sitting in a chair all day and doing stuff like that. So, she decided to go, so for college, she went to Eastern Michigan University, and she got her bachelor's in elementary education with a focus in early childhood with a minor in science. So, she was a first generation, college student with my family. She paid for all of her college to get educated and to be able to be a childhood educator. And so her job out of college was a head teacher at an early childhood center. That was from around ages of 25 to 26. So being the head teacher for this preschool area, that was around the time she was. And she made around $13 an hour when she had that job. So her main job at that place was to teach the preschool kids the fundamentals of learning. She was just a preschool teacher. She did enjoy it because she loves little kids and stuff, but then she decided to have kids. So that she was in California at that time when she had that job, but then she moved back to Michigan. All my family's from Michigan. So when she started having kids, she quit her job. She was a stay-at-home mom. So I have an older sister, then there's me, and then my younger brother, and she was a stay-at-home mom from around the ages of 26 to 42. Which, obviously when you're a stay-at-home mom, you don't get paid anything, but it's a lot of work. So she does consider it one of her jobs because raising kids is not easy. So, so she did that. And then she really wanted to go back into, once we got older, she wanted to go back into her degree and stuff like that. But she didn't necessarily want to do teaching anymore. So at around 42 years old, she decided to get her birth and postpartum doula certification, and she also got certified in lactation consulting and a childbirth educator. So she's a doula, if you kind of know what that is. It's very similar to a midwife, but they do more of the emotional and physical walk of life with the women. They help the women through labor and stuff like that. They educate the women on proper breastfeeding techniques, and she's had over thousands of clients. She also teaches childbirth education, and she walks with the new parents and teaches them basically how to be parents for their new babies, because it's really hard on the new moms and stuff, either before labor, they don't know what they're doing, and even after labor, and they text her with any questions. She's always on call. And she said that for her, all of the jobs she's ever had, it didn't really affect her age, sex, race, or religion, just because it just didn't affect her as much as it would for other people, because her jobs didn't really align with those type of things. But yeah, for the most part, through all of her experiences, it's really made her who she is, and she thinks all of her jobs are really important to her. Although she may have not enjoyed every single job as much, she still thinks it's vital to have many experiences over her lifetime with all these many jobs. And she loves the job she has now as being a doula. And she also encourages me all the time to just work hard, especially when I have a job, and to do my best whenever I get a job, and hold the best standards for myself. So yeah, that's how my mom is, and those are all the jobs she's had.